And then the one I was listening to, you're talking about Dumb and Dumber 2, and I was like, I have very strong opinions on Dumb and Dumber 2.
Hey, welcome to Drunkcast Live, episode 123, here in Austin, Texas. Boo!
I said woo.
Oh, you boo earns?
No, whatever.
Boo earns?
I was saying boo earns.
I'm saying boo earns. I'm Travis.
Hello, I'm Dylan.
We're a podcast called Drunkcast Live. We do drinks and things in bars and restaurants all around the world.
Yeah,
in Austin, Texas, at Don's Depot.
all around the world.
Yeah,
all of Austin.
All of Austin. And we like to have some drinks and talk about things that happen over the week. And we also like to talk to interesting people when we have the opportunity. And luckily, we're joined with two very interesting people.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop.
You can keep going. If you recognize that voice, if you've been listening to the show for at least for a year, or maybe if you've only listened to the one from last year, you might hear the voice of Ali Spagnola coming back to the show for South by. It's great to see you again.
Good to see you too.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And just like last year, you brought a posse.
I did.
And you listened to my warning of no horses, and I appreciate that. You brought some cool people. I'd like to talk to all of them as much as we can. But,
Good, awesome. You should, because they're great.
Yeah, they are all great, according to Ali Spagnola.
Fact.
I don't know if you could trust that.
Well, I don't. She hasn't steered me wrong yet. So
The last randos were actually random. I haven't spoken to them since that podcast. Like, I just found them on the street.
Vincent,
We got drunk together, and I brought them here, and that was the end of it.
that was excellent.
Well, thanks.
Yeah. That was. I'm glad they were able to protect you from
us.
yeah, us. Yeah.
Right. I brought some strangers to protect me from the strangers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I mean, one way or the other. Like you. Not succumb. Anyway, so we're also very lucky to have. What was your full name?
My Esprit Devora is what my mom likes to call me.
She likes to call you. Well, what do you call yourself when she's not listening?
No, really. Esprit Devora, yeah.
You have a podcast.
Yes.
What's the name of the podcast again?
We are LA Tech, and then I have the Women in Tech podcast.
Which is recent. You just started that.
Yeah.
Right. You've been doing this in 2014. You said earlier.
Yes.
Yeah.
August 3rd, 2014
Rad.
is the day I decided to stop making money.
Yeah. Podcast money is important. It's in here. It's all in here. Yeah.
If only my heart could pay rent.
What is rent? You just need a good sleeping bag and a warm bridge.
No, I do love podcasting. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for coming. So last year we were able to ask you two of the questions, Allie. The first question.
Through two questions.
There was two questions. One of the questions was this is specific to the show. What are you drinking? And I don't know what you're drinking right now, so I have to ask you the questions over again. It's just a rule. I'm sorry.
Retro. I am drinking a soda water with no ice and a lime.
Wow.
Oh wow, man! You
Yeah.
just balling it out. Yeah.
You know.
The second question, if you remember it from last year, what is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal. Oh, I forgot what I said last year. I know what it is this year. Kesha.
It's still Kesha.
Was it
Awesome.
It
It was Kesha last year. Yeah.
Boom.
Cool.
All right,
Cool.
good.
All right. So you haven't
Things have
changed at
not
all.
changed. I almost said penguin.
LA hasn't changed you at all. That's pretty incredible.
2 months of LA, and I'm still the same weirdo.
You know, they asked Jessica Alba what her spirit animal was at South by, so now I'm wondering if they stole that from you.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
But she said Allie, right?
Well, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. She said
Ally
it's all
Spags.
from my power hour. That is how I am inspired to create this honest company.
We've actually increased it to 3 questions now because you're someone who's going to be interviewed pretty often, I'd say.
Yes.
Constantly is what I'm assuming.
Like, consistently. I get on a bus, interview happens.
And then just a microphone shows you like, hey, no
Actually,
questions,
that
no
did
questions.
happen to me today at the convention center. Some dude tweeted at me, and like we just converged, and he shoved a mic in my face. And it was 10 minutes, and then he disappeared. But that's the first time that's ever happened.
Wow. Okay.
Podcast Ninja?
Yeah.
NPR is just taking that next step. Like, how do we get to the people? We do it magically.
You just like show up.
Oh, TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh, you're that famous now. You got.
I was topless for the whole interview.
The third question now is something because you will be interviewed pretty often. Is a question I hope that no one will ever ask you.
Okay.
The question is, when's the last time you ordered fast food?
Okay.
It's different for everybody, so answer honestly, and you will be scored appropriately.
St. Patrick's Day 3 years ago.
Dang.
I know exactly. And I try to go on St. Patrick's Day every year. I missed it for the past 2 years. This is depressing. I have this weird thing about seasonal foods that you can only get at a certain time. So like pumpkin spice lattes, or
Oh, sure.
I have just like tons of candy corn in my house because it's like, well, I can only get it now, so I go buy it at Halloween and then not eat it. I don't even like candy corn. There's something wrong with me. So
You're hoarding
the
it then.
Shamrock Shake
Yeah.
at McDonald's
yeah,
always
okay.
pulls me in, and I pour Jameson into it because like, let's make it more Irish and festive.
Sure.
But I've been busy the past because it happened during South by. I didn't make it to McDonald's, so I have yet to have a Shamrock Shake this year.
I think McDonald's is dealing with it okay, but have you had a green beer since then?
No, I didn't do that
Have
either.
you ever had a green beer before?
Of course.
Of course, okay.
I think
of
my
course, excuse me.
insides are like still green from how much green beer I put in me.
Sure.
Yes.
Even just
Sure.
one Shamrock Shake will change things forever. So,
Actually, March isn't over yet. I could probably still get one now.
maybe. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
I may be able to make this happen.
try it at least before you leave. I mean, I think Texas has the best Shamrock Shake.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I mean, yeah.
I feel
Jameson's pre-poured.
That's an Austin thing.
Yeah, it's an Austin thing specifically. Yeah. For South by Southwest, everything has Jameson in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the Lone Star. The spirit of Texas lives on.
Maybe they have a Shamrock Shake at the McDonald's food truck.
Oh, what was it called? A Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi, Fry-Fi. I don't know what the stupid thing.
Corporations, man.
I'm okay with it. It
So
was free.
corporation-y.
Weren't they giving away free food?
They were free something.
That's what McDonald's has become. They're like, I'm sorry. Please take this. Now it's like -$5 for a burger. They're like, here's a burger and $5. Just
Right.
please eat our food.
Would you hug someone later? Can you just do that for me, please? Remember us when we're dead?
You're loving it?
You're loving it.
You loving it? Question mark. It's the same questions actually. The first thing is, what are you drinking? You're drinking a.
I'm doing a cheat because I'm actually trying not to drink for
Okay.
a year.
Oh, for a full
And
year.
Man,
November
why?
14th, 2014, I started this. So in honor of the podcast, I'm having a Power Hour cider.
Oh, okay.
It's
Cheers
a
to
Power
that.
Hour koozie.
Cheers
yeah.
to that. Yeah.
Cheers to
And
It's awesome.
yeah. To your water, Allie. What's up with that?
It's only because when you guys ordered, I was getting popcorn. Otherwise, I'm just kidding. I'm sure when she comes back around, I can make booze
can fix
happen.
it,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
Yeah.
Okay, and Huts in Austin doesn't count as fast food, right?
It does not know.
No.
Okay.
Well, the second question is, what's your spirit animal?
Oh, so I have no idea. What do you think my spirit animal is?
You can't think about it. It's the
You
first.
can't?
It's the first animal that comes to your head.
Unicorn.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Sure.
I like it.
And then,
Well, fast food's not the question. It's a different question for every person.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, so I only knew that she was going to be on, so I only had prepared one question. So, what is your favorite '80s power ballad?
It's the first thing that comes to your head.
Allie has an answer, but
Go, just answer for
It's
me.
everyone's. Don't stop believing.
Oh, no.
I was going to go with When I'm With You by Sheriff.
I don't.
how about your favorite '90s power ballad?
I want to scream out Duran Duran, but I don't know. Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
I'll take
I
that.
don't know.
Rio.
You get partial
Yeah.
credit, but I appreciate you for at least remembering
Pass.
Duran.
As they say in the game show. Pass.
Take
I'll
a
take the next.
physical
Yeah.
challenge?
Yeah. Can I dial a friend?
Yeah, no, I don't remember any other power ballads besides "Don't Stop Believing" anyway.
Man,
so-
there's a lot of them.
well, you know a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
You
my
gotta get
60s
Monster
back then.
Ballads and Monsters of Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I play a lot of them in Power Hours. I do like a power hour of just covers. And it's mostly 80s rock
Of course.
and 90s pop,
You,
and then like oldies.
Oh, you're mixing it up. I didn't know you were mixing it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Started doing that.
That was part of the questioning I was going to have.
I'm
for
basically
you.
a wedding band now if the band didn't know how to finish a song.
That's the best though, because you don't want to listen to the rest of it. You just want to like.
Who needs a second verse? That's boring.
Yep.
Yep.
Can we do what musicians we've discovered here? Because I'm kind of
Sure.
excited.
Oh, yeah. Now this is just open. Now that I understand you guys enough.
Now that you know everything about me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everything. Yeah.
Unicorn. Got it.
No, because I'm pretty excited. I was at the YouTube space and I discovered Robert DeLong. And
Oh, I saw his
he's
face earlier.
Like an electronic thing, and he does this thing. I love how it's like audio. Well, at least we have video, and I'm like doing the hand motions. But he paints everybody at his concert. So he has these artists that paint everybody, and you become part of his tribe. And so he wears his face makeup too, and apparently his girlfriend thought of it or something. And I loved it. So I was walking
Sure.
around with the Robert DeLong face paint all day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then Kay Flay, who Allie knows Kay Flay. And
Yeah, I love
she
her.
was amazing. I discovered her last night. And yeah, that was awesome. So K-Flake, and then YT Cracker. Do you guys know YT
Oh, I know
Cracker?
Whitey Cracker, yeah.
Yeah.
Whitey Cracker and Dual Core.
He
and-
may be coming by here, FYI.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
wow.
yeah,
Dual
so
Core lives
he's
here now.
I
awesome.
haven't seen him in a long time. Yeah, Dave, I haven't talked to him since he moved.
This is you on the show.
Yeah, this has been the
Oh,
show.
he was on the show.
A couple years ago.
Awesome.
Yeah, well, he's the one who introduced me to you.
Oh,
He's
okay.
like, you gotta check out Ali Spag. So I
Super
think-
cool.
Yeah, I don't
I
know
love
why
it.
he was using the Bronx accent at the time that I was talking to him, but yeah.
So K-Flake's like I guess like Alanis Morissette kind of like I don't know,
Jazz
like
fusion.
Hip hop. She was a rapper when I was listening to
really?
her.
Oh no, she's like kind of like. I feel like if I was like gonna be super heartbroken over a dude, that's who I should put on.
What? She was doing like white girl rap a year ago.
No rapping. At least
I guess
none
she
that I
pivoted,
heard.
right?
Pivoted.
Lean startup.
And then yeah, Robert DeLong's electronic, and then Whitey Cracker's the best because he creates like gaming music, like to Nintendo and stuff like that. And I'm a
Yeah,
nerd.
he's
so that
I
works.
think he's actually considered one of the fathers or godfathers of nerdcore hip hop.
Oh,
Yeah.
that I did not know, but
Because he was there with the MC Frontalot and lots of those guys. I can't remember.
yeah.
All very nice people that I wasn't able to see this week.
K
but-
Hill. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ali,
Who
who did you
else?
discover this week?
I've heard no music. Oh wait, hold on.
Zero.
Gorgon City.
Gorgon City.
There was the one, or Georgia. There was the one where you were sitting on the ground like asleep at that point, chatting with Walt. There was a
Oh.
band playing at that time.
Yeah, Pandora doesn't have any seats. What's up with that?
Yeah. Nope. No seats,
I was
no
like,
open
I'm just
bar,
gonna
no
sit
food.
on the floor.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It was really late in the evening, and like yeah, we were hanging out in this area where like nobody was, but we could hear the band.
Yeah.
It wasn't a band. It
Because
was
why
like two
see
dudes.
it when you could just hear it?
Right.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Two dudes can't be a band? I mean, it's not a gospel band,
No,
but
they were just standing
Senator
at a table,
Ellie.
like going like this, and I was like, fine. It's like Daft Punk with no helmets.
oh yeah,
Where's the fun in that?
that's just two dudes.
Yeah.
But
You're
it was
right.
fine.
Yeah.
I like some of their songs are really good, so I was into it.
Go.
Also, Pandora gave me like 2 foam fingers where they're actually thumbs up.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like dancing around with
I'm
them.
surprised you don't have them on right now.
I know, right? I was like, I'm never taking these off. I'm never dancing without giant hands again. I don't know what
Sure.
it was.
Ellie was like the Miley
I
Cyrus
just
of
felt
giant
like
hands.
so powerful.
The Miley Cyrus of giant hands.
Flapping around. I don't know. It was
Oh
awesome.
sure, it's empowering.
Yeah.
They're like, look at how big my thumbs are. I
It's like
I
thumbing
can show
everyone.
my appreciation for everybody. Yeah.
How do you come to South by if you're not drinking period anymore? Like if you're like an alcoholic, do you just not go to South by?
It depends on if you live here or not.
Yeah, because we're all
Yeah.
alcoholics.
Yeah, yeah. Austin's a ridiculous place for drinking.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
in general, it's kind of sad.
Or is it?
Or is it?
I don't know. I'm having a good time.
Well, like I'm sure there's an app somewhere that will literally like where do you start, and it just sends you where all the free drinks are. And, like maybe a cruise, a 2-hour tour of
So you
sorts.
just
There's
steer
like a
clear of that
Twitter-
app if you're not drinking.
If you're not drinking, oh no, you just stay home. Yeah.
you just
Yeah,
don't
no,
leave the
no,
house.
it's incredibly obnoxious to go downtown if you're not willing to be a little inebriated.
Yeah.
Or softened, I guess, is the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
Okay.
yeah.
Xanax might work.
Sure.
There's like a safe room that you can go to and like meet with other AA recovery people in the.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know about the safe room, Allie?
First of all, it's on the schedule, and second, I went there and started selling my CDs.
No, sure.
I know my target market.
Go for the weak ones. Yeah.
Suffering people. That's who.
The power hour?
Yeah, sure.
It's just baby sips of beer every hour, every minute.
Right.
I hear you have a disease.
Give it to you free for a chip.
Oh,
well,
trading my chips for a drinking album.
Hey, you started
Wow,
the thread. I
those.
just tugged it a little bit farther.
Yep.
Wait, you guys knew that Allie launched a mobile app, right? Yeah. So now
That's
she's
new.
empowering everyone to drink.
It's true.
Yeah.
Before it was just people that were in my near vicinity.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now it's the whole globe.
That's all of the internets.
All of it at one time. So you're living in LA. Are you living in LA, or you just
I live in LA.
you definitely live in LA?
As of 2 months ago.
So do you still have a tattoo?
I do.
You do.
It's still here. It's going away.
Isn't that
Thank
the
God.
way they work?
So
No, I chose a tattoo that disappears because it was a poor decision.
specifically because it was in an area that would recharge. I don't know why I want to use the word recharge. So you haven't been as active on YouTube, but you've been pretty active on Snapchat and Vine.
Yes.
And you showed a video of you getting a tattoo on your lip because, like you said, you wanted something that would grow back and not be as embarrassing for longer than 3 or 4 months.
Right.
What was that in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, that was in Pittsburgh before I left.
Okay, it was before
Yes.
you left. Okay,
Yes.
that was I was getting my chronologically apparent, you know.
Right.
So you still have it. Are you willing to show?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do a stupid thing and not like show it off.
Sure.
All right. So to preface this, if
Just
you
make
haven't
sure you
seen
show it
it,
in front of the video.
yeah, right.
I wouldn't ask if video wasn't here. Yeah.
Right. It's a radio. Showing tattoos on the radio.
Just rub against the microphone. We'll hear the bumps. Yeah.
So this was like a stunt. I was like, guys, I'm gonna get a lip tattoo. It's on my lip. That's why. Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
And so I just walked into this place and was like, put something on my lip. And they're like, fine. I'm a great artist. I'm gonna do that. And he was not. He was not a great artist. It's not even centered on my face.
I can't believe I've never seen this.
Yeah. Well, do you look at my inner lip often? It's supposed to be.
Answer the question.
Should I preface it? Should I tell her what it's supposed to be, or should we just see if she can get it?
Actually, yeah.
Let's do that.
Make a
All
game
right.
out of it. Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Here you go. This is my lip tattoo.
It's a barcode.
Nope. It is disappearing. It is going away. Thank God.
Sure. Sure.
It's a piano. So those are the keys.
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
that
3,
guy's
2, 3.
Not a good artist.
Okay, look. It's not even like centered.
Yeah, it's that way. Actually,
Yeah.
you should tell people it's a barcode.
Wait, were
I
you
think.
drunk when you got it done?
No, actually, I was really hungover. I don't know. I just thought it'd be cool. I did it for like Snapchat as a stunt, and then I
How
went
long
and
ago?
it was only like
3 or 4 months.
2 months ago.
Oh.
3 months ago,
Oh.
yeah. So they disappear in between 3 months and 3 years.
If you put it inside,
yeah.
it's not permanent.
Although
Yeah.
I've met some people that
Like
are
tongue
like,
piercings.
oh, I got mine when I was 18 and I'm 38 now and it's
No.
still there and vivid.
tats,
So I was like,
tats, in case you guys wanted them.
yeah.
Jesus.
So whatever. I think it's going away and that's fine and good. I'll probably get it done again, like by the same guy. Maybe just give him a second chance.
There you go.
No.
No.
Just center it next
Yeah,
time.
Just really don't give
Just
him
no.
a second chance.
Just no.
Well, so okay, so I didn't actually see the finished product. This is the first time I saw it. No, I mean on the video I saw what it looked like. You painting it in, or did you Photoshop in what you wanted, like with the white
Yes,
and black
I
keys?
photoshopped what I want.
Okay.
No, actually, it wasn't Photoshop. I just cut a piece of paper out with it drawn on and like
just
stuck it there, and I
stuck
was
it
like,
there.
"This is what I like my vision for it." So
Sure.
I
You're a
showed
super
him.
talented artist.
What? Yeah, right. To my super talent. He was like, "Cool, we got it." Actually, he was like, "Why don't you just get it on your hip so I don't screw it up?" He didn't say that. But he said like, "You should get it somewhere that isn't your lip." And I was like, "Nope, that's the point of this." And then it was like, "Look, I think your profession is terrible, and branding someone forever is awful, and do it here so it'll go away." But I didn't really say that to him.
Wait, so are
Good.
you getting it removed or
No, it just goes away. It'll like.
supposedly?
because
it's-
No, supposedly.
Well,
it
it's
just
already
goes
like
away.
way. Yes, it might be there forever. I'll be a grandma, and my children will be like embarrassed of me. Like
Wow.
you can't see
Grandma,
it, so it
show
doesn't
me
matter.
your lip.
Be embarrassed of that, and also your Aisha Taylor or Tyler, excuse me.
Oh,
your,
yep. Showed my underwear to like a 1 million+ subscriber channel the
She
other
did?
day. Nope, I did.
Yep,
Oh.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Booze and Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't even
yeah.
wait for. There's so much they'd left out. So I was like stressing watching that yesterday. Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
It was right before my panel too, and I was like, "Oh my god, it just came out! I hope to God they edited this well." And I'm like freaking out because I got to go and like speak in front of a bunch of people while trying to figure out if I just embarrass myself in front of a whole lot of the
Oh
internet.
no, you did.
Yeah, no.
I don't even need to see it.
You just knew.
did.
All right. Well, to be fair, it could be even worse, and I can't. I'm a little nervous for the blooper reel because they put that out too.
We'll go with the
Because
clip.
there's so much that they cut out.
Oh, like an actual uncut version,
No.
or just bloopers?
It's an uncut version. There's bloopers.
Wonderful. But yeah, so the show's the show's called Tabletop.
Yes.
Usually it's pretty PG. They're just playing
Yeah,
tabletop games.
they've had like
board games,
children
etc.
on the show. It's all
Sure.
yeah.
And the premise of the show is to play board games, but at the beginning of her episode, they said specifically to put your kids to bed, or I don't care. Like we're going to cuss a lot, and it's going to be.
I think
Cards
he
Against Humanity.
literally said, "Don't watch this
Yeah, don't
episode."
watch
He was
this,
like,
yeah.
"No one should watch this."
You were staying at my house when you shot that.
Yes. Yes. Oh my
Yes,
god.
and
That
I
right.
was so jealous.
Oh,
Like, it was
yeah.
like the most epic night ever. And she came home with all these board games, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yes, let me keep them."
All right.
they're still at her house.
Yeah, they are.
The episode was hilarious.
I'm glad you liked
It
it.
was also really interesting to see the girlfriend face, Lana Morris.
Yeah.
And
Overly
how-
attached girlfriend. She's hilarious.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Her
Oh, yeah.
comedic timing is ridiculous. Like the editing did not do her any favors. God, just like hanging out with her, I was
Yeah.
dying. She's a genius. So funny. Of course, Aisha Tyler like took over the episode and
Oh, of
like
course,
she's
yeah.
just so fast
Yeah,
and
yeah,
really funny.
yeah.
It was great hanging out with her too.
It was very funny. It was awesome, and that's why I was asking about grandmother because she made the joke about this is You said, I don't know if my grandkids should watch this, and she's like, honey, this is going to be the most tame thing you're ever going to do. And then she rubbed her boobs on the board. It was pretty nice.
Good times.
Wait, so you were staying with her
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it was being filmed?
Yeah, because I wasn't living in LA at that point, but I went
Yeah.
to go film that, and she let me stay on her couch, and it was awesome. Thank you.
No, I had the privilege of her staying with me.
So where do you live then? Where was she staying?
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica?
Yeah.
And it was filmed in Santa Monica?
No, you went to like she
Yeah,
like
it's
took
like
an
Burbank or
Uber
something,
to
I
like
don't
another
know.
country.
Yeah,
How does Uber go to other countries now?
they do.
Uber jet ski.
Uber jet.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you know they have Uber helicopter in LA now because that's what we need.
Really?
Yeah, we have that many celebrities that we need an Uber helicopter.
Is that for real? I can't tell if you're kidding.
No, it's for real.
Wow.
We have an Uber helicopter where like whoever you are, well, if you could afford it, you could just get a helicopter to go to.
Yeah.
All right.
Your
I bet
destination.
the
okay.
wait for that is incredible.
Yep.
I hope they don't have so many helicopters. They're like, all
Your
right,
Uber is
Clooney.
arriving in 20 days.
I would guess the opposite, because if you're going to order a helicopter, you're not going to be the kind of person who waits.
Who's very patient.
It needs to
yeah,
be there.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's call him and see if they can get over here because
All right, sure.
we need to take a break anyway. I need to take a drink, and you need a drink, Allie.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
great.
ridiculous.
Or more popcorn. Just now that you're filming, everyone can see me stuffing my face. Thanks.
Yeah. Get some more kernels on your face.
Yeah, right? And I'm
Yeah.
showing you my teeth, too. There's probably just, like, popcorn all through. Cool, awesome, flattering. Again, who wants to see my underwear?
Like and subscribe for more for underwear. That's going to be down here somewhere. We'll be back after this.
All right. Break. Well, the boss might be a bad example.
Well, okay, yeah, that's true. Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. Segment 2 on Drunkcast Live. We're still hanging out with two amazing people. Dylan not included, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly, I'm not one of the
Yeah.
amazing people.
We have some shots in front of us. We're going to
Yeah,
take
we
some
do.
shots.
Shots.
Yay. And this is why we have the GoPro.
Thank you.
Just
You're
for the shot
great.
cam.
Specifically, that's
Yeah.
the shot cam.
Sweet. For the entire time you weren't...
Ready?
yeah,
Allie.
sorry.
What did I miss? What happened?
I'm slow, I'm sorry, don't judge. I'm gonna sip on this. It's so good. Why would you...
It's excellent. You're supposed
Not
to drink
make
it
it
fast, though. I know.
It can also be ordered as a tall beverage.
It's
Actually, doesn't your
A
girlfriend?
tall
do
beverage
that?
if you like...
not that stuff, no.
No, I thought she. Oh, I thought she.
Oh, no,
does.
she does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she-
Yesterday she had a shot of that and a tall boy.
Rarely does a cherry press version of that, so.
Yikes.
So, Allie, South by Southwest. So this is the fourth South by Southwest you've been to, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What have you learned this South by Southwest that you didn't know last year? Like, you know who to talk to now, you know where to go, or is it still just like, just go out in the middle of the street and
She
start
got on
walking?
a panel, so
Yeah.
you learned something.
Yes, that's where I was headed with that, is that I should not have been trusting all those people on the panels in the past, because what the heck am I doing speaking on a panel? They're all just faking it too. Just kidding. I give great advice.
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah, and I also know where the streets are now and sort of east and west, and I took the metro rail a bunch. So
Oh, yeah, where'd you
and
go?
west. Well, where I'm staying, so I can like
Okay.
the Crestview stop. So I've been
Okay,
staying there
sure.
back and forth with some of my Indiegogo supporters. Which
Oh,
is
yeah?
awesome. Yeah, I'm like couch surfing. Although it's not a couch, I'm sleeping in a bed bigger than anything I've slept in since pre-college.
Well, it's Texas.
yeah.
Well, sure.
Everything's
Yeah,
bigger, yeah.
The biggest trundle beds we have.
Yeah.
Okay, so oh, neat. Okay, neat. This year you played at the Whole Foods, right?
Yes.
The roof for the Whole Foods. What was that experience like? It's,
Odd.
It is odd, yeah.
It was the middle of the day.
Did
Yeah.
you eat celery?
And there were grandparents. Right? Celery power hour. Let's all get hydrated.
Take one bite every minute.
And there were children too, so
Yeah.
it was odd.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know.
And you're doing the power hour there.
No,
Oh, you were
well, I don't know most
I mean,
of
did they
the
know
rest
you?
of any song. The guy that booked me did, and he was just like, he was into my stuff, and I was like, awesome.
I think he has something against Whole Foods.
Yeah, right? He might just hate Whole Foods. He just wanted to get fired.
Let's shake the system. All right.
Whole Foods didn't know what he was doing, but the marketing guy would knew my stuff and asked me to play. It was a charity thing too, so I was like, of course.
No, it's definitely not.
But I ended up just doing covers and it was not. No one was drinking. No one was drinking.
No one was drinking at all.
Well, not myself included, obviously.
Well, sure.
I'm just kidding.
Sure, you're the only
I showed
one.
up blasted.
Get your belt.
Kale smoothie belt.
Kale smoothie belt.
Yeah.
Yes, with Jameson in it.
With Jameson. Who's green?
So they reached out to you, or did you start reaching out? Because like last year, you had a show, and you were also looking for little things to pick up.
Yeah, this year they were like, came to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, a year later, now a big deal, clearly. I don't know.
Well, sure.
I mean, my focus here was
You're on
to
a panel.
the panel. And so I was just thrilled to have, another thing to do.
Yeah. Please. So is it something you learned then? Is that eventually you just keep doing something and then people ask you to do it again? Like next
Yeah, I
year, are
guess
you just
so.
expecting to do 2 Whole Foods patio shows?
Whoa, hey, let's not get crazy.
Okay.
Come on.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Set my bounds.
If you're like pretty okay at something for a long time, then people will come to you. I don't know.
That's been our philosophy for doing this podcast.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're not bitter yet. Yeah. Really, same question for you, then, Esprit. Is this your first South by, or
No, I
obviously
went,
not? You sound like a very busy person, honestly.
Yeah, supposedly I am. At least I try to let people think that I am. It makes me look cooler.
It works. It works.
I went to, I think, 5 South bys, and then I stopped for 2 years, and this is my first one back.
Okay.
And so I had the interesting experience. The reason I came back was I was a speaker coordinator, and I thought that'd be a cool life experience to get to know the speakers.
Okay.
And then I was the organizer for the South by Podcasters Meetup.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. So in the past, I've been a speaker, and I've been a journalist, and so this was totally different than what I've done at the other South bys. Yeah.
I didn't know you were a speaker coordinator. That's awesome.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah,
Oh, in
I've
the
been a
past, okay.
speaker. Yeah, no. This time I was the official organizer for the South by Podcasters Meetup.
Got
It was great. Yeah, you know about that. Yeah. So, and it was great. It was amazing to see all the people come together. And but really, I don't know. I feel like life is this big adventure, and you just kind of make up your story as you go along. So I was like, this is cool. I'll go on this adventure this time. And let me tell you, being a speaker coordinator is probably not something I would do again. It is so much work.
Sure.
It was like for months of work, but it was great life experience. Yeah.
Well, it lays a foundation too, especially like any kind of public speaking, understanding how to work with other people who are trying to public speak. That's a basis of just general, not even just communication, like how we deal with each other on a personal basis.
Yeah, I've been moderating panels for several years, and so I love moderating panels, but trying to communicate to other people like how not to sell your company on a panel and make sure you deliver quality is a little bit of a frustrating experience. So I definitely felt really relieved when I would be on a conference call and you could just tell like they were from the heart too. I was like, okay, you're making my life a lot easier, you know. But I don't know. South by is like I describe South by as brain candy and the world's biggest hostel. Like like a hostel that you
So
stay
accurate.
like backpacking, right?
Yeah, of course.
Brain candy because you just have so much every single second, so many options. But then a hostel because it's like the one place where other than a hostel you could go up to people like strangers and be like, hey, what's up? And they're like, hey, what's up? And they want to talk to you rather than looking at you like you're a crazy person and like get out of my face. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Also, very few of the people who come here for South by bathe that often. So just like the hostel.
This is true.
I hear that.
But your solo talks are awesome too. I saw her speak in LA. It's just like energy off the charts, like on point with the graphics and stuff. You just get, and like she makes people like actively engaged during the show too. Like anytime you would generally start being like fading or pull your phone out, like she pulls you back in.
So I believe in like super interactive talks. Like I'm not speaking at someone, I'm speaking with them.
Right.
But more importantly, what I think is interesting is I'm way more confident on stage than I am off stage. So something happens. Somebody said, was it you that said I'm something like Sasha Fierce? Beyonce has this like alter ego Sasha Fierce. Where
Two
like,
different people.
Yeah, I don't
Mine's
really,
when I'm drunk or sober.
I don't know much. I don't know much about Beyonce, but I'm like, yeah, because I get up on stage and I'm like, that chick is cool. I don't know who she is. And like, and everyone else is thinking that. And then I get off, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what happened to me, but that was awesome. Yeah. Like
Putting the mask on, you know,
Right?
like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Just like become this other
It's
being
so
and then
weird.
back out.
Like I gave a talk at the Digital Women's Symposium like a few weeks ago. I was sick. Like I was gonna fall over. Like I was like really, really sick, but I didn't want to let anyone down. So I get up. I could barely like talk. I'm like shaking. I go up on stage. I do this like dynamo talk, keynote, and I think I probably just embarrassed myself and like embarrassed the organizer and everything. And luckily I had someone film it for me on my like iPhone, and I rush out because I felt so sick, and I look at the video and I was like, awesome, and I don't know how I pulled it off. I don't know where it came from. Like I was gonna like pass out. So something happens when I go on stage.
Funnel of
that-
adrenaline. Like,
Yeah,
just,
something.
huh.
But yeah, so I don't know, I think it's important. It reminds me that like our perceptions of people aren't, we picture that people like have all life lessons figured out, or like that they're,
Sure.
yeah, and
Yeah, I think it's if you're an optimist or a pessimist, really.
Yeah.
I usually think there's like, oh
depends
yeah.
on the day of the week.
Yeah, when someone disappoints me, I'm like, but I thought you'd know better.
Yeah.
Because you did this one thing, and like, I do that thing. Oh, you just didn't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Anyway, tomorrow,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, life is an adventure. I took an improv class because I was like, that seems cool.
That seems relevant.
You know, and so I just wanted to see what that world was like, improv and comedians, and
Sure.
it's, I mean,
So fun, right?
Yeah, it was awesome, and improv is great for just life skills in general.
Yeah.
So I recommend an improv class. I took it at Second City, an improv class for anyone.
Oh, just Second City? Okay. Just a little place, Second City. It was either that or Upright Citizens Brigade.
Oh my god, I want to do Upright Citizens
Yeah, of course,
Brigade.
of
Yeah.
course.
But yeah, everything's an adventure every day. I went to Ali's session yesterday, and they were all talking about it was like basically how to live your dreams and not work a normal 9 to 5.
Quit your job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? It was like,
Quitting my job
no,
and
not
living the
quitting your
dream.
job, but like being on the panel, like,
No, it was interesting.
Sure.
I feel like we didn't, like, there was not enough time. I had so much more wisdom to impart. That sounds crappy, but it's true. Like, we didn't touch on everything I wanted to. I'm hoping it was valuable.
Sure.
I mean, I feel like people had a good time, and I spoke to some other people that, like, came up after, and, like, we connected, and, yeah, it was fun.
it was fun.
Mm-hmm. And, like, everybody on my panel is super awesome. One of them's over there right now.
Right.
What's that article that you had emailed us earlier? It's about quitting your job or being somebody.
Oh, yeah,
and
don't
this.
compare me to that douche.
I wasn't comparing you to the douche. There was a point. So the article was here in Austin. There was a go to link.
I kind of loved the story.
Yeah, a gentleman who came in front of Austin high schoolers and said, "Hey, be somebody.
Yeah.
What you're doing right now is not who you are. You should be passionate, etc."
Yeah.
Boiled down to something. But
Like, if you're not struggling or you don't,
right.
yeah, like, quit your day job
Yeah.
and you're nobody and
Yeah.
you don't matter, and that's BS.
But
Oh no, it's totally
right.
true.
Right.
God.
Well, the general complaint is that not everyone can do that.
Yeah.
And so giving a child the opportunity to be somebody when not everyone can be somebody, I'm too much of an optimist to actually try to make this point effectively.
No.
No,
No,
so-
but it's like everybody, you don't have to be an entrepreneur or whatever to be somebody.
You can enjoy driving a bus and, like, be happy with that and
Yeah.
have, like, a great wife
Super
and
inspiring.
family
Sure,
or whatever,
yeah.
or, like,
You
you're
can
passionate
change
about
people's
that.
lives on a
Yeah.
daily basis just
Sure.
by smiling at them, that you're literally making a huge
Yeah,
impact
of
on
course.
your whole community.
The problem is the American dream has gone from, like, everybody can, like, put a turkey on the chicken on the table or whatever.
Turkey on the
to,
chicken on
like,
the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Turducken
Yeah.
every evening. That's the American dream. To now the American dream is like everyone can be P. Diddy if you just are passionate
Yeah,
enough and go. And, like,
no.
that's not.
P. Diddy or Michael Jordan
Or should you necessarily want to be? Like
And
yeah. Go ahead.
And if you're not, if you don't do that, it's because it's your own fault because everybody can do it.
Right.
Like, you just clearly didn't want it hard enough and
No
go for
way.
it, which is BS.
yeah,
Right.
I'm totally with you.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's why I tell people to drink. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm like, look, it's harder than everyone says.
Yeah.
Let's just have a good
100%.
time. High five me. You're a great person. Right.
You're
that's
great.
like my
No,
message.
you're great.
No, I know.
No,
so
you're-
are you.
You're great.
She's drunk. Yeah.
It's been well. She hasn't drank in ever. Also, she's like
a cider and a
super
shot.
fit now.
Yeah.
She works out all the time. I like follow her on Facebook. That she's on this whole quest, and we're just screwing it up. It's like, come get
For a
drunk with me on
podcast.
camera.
Oh.
Sorry.
Big hearts.
I love podcasting.
Yeah.
No, but like I've been.
She's a method actor. Yeah.
I've been an entrepreneur since. That's very funny. I've been an entrepreneur since I can remember. Like I was like 4 years old, thinking about what businesses I wanted to put in empty office buildings. But like my life is like I wouldn't like necessarily recommend it to someone. Like it's in my blood.
You have
It's
to be
almost like I don't have
special
a
kind of person.
Like I
We were
don't have a
talking about-
choice.
Special.
You know what I mean? And I think there's so like many great, like the best entrepreneurs, like the CEO of Box or like these other huge tech companies. I started building tech companies when I was a teenager. Like they can't just like take off and go backpacking. If you're a celebrity, you can't just go to a supermarket. There's all these things that if you get to that level, you have
I can't
so
buy celery
many.
anymore.
You can't buy what?
Celery anymore.
Yeah.
Kidding.
No more Whole Foods for you.
Nope.
No, but I think like I mean it is. It's like that Tim Ferriss wrote the book The 4 Hour Work Week, and everybody thinks you could just achieve like this dream, martini lifestyle in 4 hours, and it's not accurate whatsoever. And yeah, I mean I love being an entrepreneur, and I sometimes hate it. Like it's exhausting, and I work my ass off, and
Yeah.
Ali works her ass off, and then that's the part that doesn't really get.
Don't tell anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ali has said no.
Try it all. I'm
Ali
just drunk.
drinks her ass off.
It's true. I've seen it.
All distinction.
But yeah, I think it's like not fair to tell people to go like quote unquote be somebody when this like perception of what being somebody is.
Yeah.
I love the quotes. I got those going all day. Like,
That's what it is. Hashtag.
right?
Hashtag quotes.
Hashtag quotes.
Yeah.
Hashtag
But
air quotes.
it's not fair. Like I think the thing that people should strive for is to be their best selves.
Be yeah.
Right?
You know, like just really follow like
Enjoy
what's
the
true
moment
to you.
and yeah, right,
Enjoy
exactly.
the moment. I would love to enjoy the moment more.
No, we can't though. We're crazy people.
Oh, that's true.
We're that
I am
special
crazy.
kind of crazy
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, we're special.
More quotes.
Yeah,
As many quotes as possible, ladies and gentlemen. Just
Quotes around
if you're
quotes.
listening to this, just go ahead and put air quotes in the air and just don't stop for the next 20
And then
minutes. or so.
parentheses and then brackets
But
and
I
then
do think
okay.
I do think it's important to stay true to yourself. Like I think a lot of people
Passion
like,
is very important.
Yeah, like I think people, what's it called? Like they give up on themselves, or they like settle. That's the word. They settle,
Yeah,
whether
sure.
like professionally or personally, they settle. I don't think like let's strive for not settling. Let's strive for whatever's true to each person, and that they are genuinely feeling happy, like on a daily. I mean, that's what I want for myself. I genuinely want to feel happy on a daily basis, and I'm still working on that all the time. I think my happiest experience was when I was backpacking. For sure. I went backpacking for 4 months without a computer or phone, and I drank a lot of Belgian
When you
beer.
were separated and drunk. Okay.
That sounds like my hell. I know there's beer involved, but as much as you love that, that's the opposite of what I want. It's fascinating, and that like energizes you, and that's exactly the opposite of what I
Yeah.
want, and that's what makes it so
Wait,
interesting.
what do you want?
Which part?
I just want my phone on me all the time.
You
and
want-
I just
you
wanna,
want your phone,
like,
but you're okay with the Belgian
create
beer,
and
though,
connect
right?
and internet. That's what I want to do all the time.
No.
And I do actually.
I like love leaving my phone at
Right.
home. Yeah, no. I have a love-hate relationship with technology. I love to know how to work it. I hate to be on it.
Okay.
Sorry I text you so much. I'm a jerk.
It's all right. Sexting
free.
is
Look at
always
your phone.
okay.
An hour away from my phone. Oh, I like Allie. Okay, hi Allie. All right, setting it aside. Hi Allie. Damn it.
That's all I do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that now. That's hilarious. Every
30
time I
seconds.
text you, take a drink. That's a rule.
Yeah, right? Power hour.
Oh no.
Power hour texting. Oh my god.
I should make an app that just does that.
Yes.
It just like buzzes. Anybody that downloads the app, they just buzz whenever I decide you should drink now.
Yeah,
Boom,
I
send,
love it.
and then it just sends it to everyone that has the app.
That can't possibly go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
I mean, you already have
I'm
the
gonna
app
be
for it.
rich.
I'm sure you can just shove something.
Right, just put it in there.
Yeah.
Push notification.
Just put it in there.
Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna
be somebody. Everyone can be somebody. Is that what we've all decided?
No,
No.
everybody is somebody. You're already somebody. Enjoy the moment.
Who am I?
I
You.
don't know. I found her on the street.
Another one?
I was like, "You want to be my backup dancer?" And then she was good at talking. I don't know.
It's Ali's tradition just to find random people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Actually, I did run into. Remember, did I bring? Shoot, what was his name?
You brought 3 people last week.
Okay, who did I bring?
Their names were
Vincent.
well, Vincent. It was Ben,
know
Arthur,
you
and
brought?
Carl.
Yeah.
Carl. I ran into Carl.
You ran into Carl?
I was on a bus with a dancing taco. This
Sure.
is getting weirder.
Naturally.
And the taco gave me beer.
And then,
And then I was
interviewed
like-
you for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Boom! Eyes matched, and I was like, I know you. Carl was on the same bus with the taco handing out
I thought you were
beer.
gonna say Carl was the taco.
No, that would have been great.
Damn.
Maybe that was Vincent, actually.
Yeah.
Carl is the one I met. Vincent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Vincent was the taco.
Yeah. Vincent
Got
was
it.
talking. Yeah.
Funny.
I mean, we don't know now. You never asked. You never found out who the taco actually was.
It just really, it was an actual taco. It doesn't
you
have a
eat
name.
the
It was a
taco?
taco.
It was just a taco.
No, actually, I think it was like a booth babe that was paid to put on a taco
Why
and
would
hand
they
out
ever
beers.
put a taco on a booth babe?
It was a dude.
Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna say she wasn't that fit. That's not that important. I hope she's not
Oh
watching
no!
this.
Now we're spiraling.
I feel
Let's
like
go ahead and take another break. Figure out what the hell we're trying to talk about, and then we'll come back after this.
Okay.
Break. Well, this is already the best podcast of my life.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Drunkcast, segment 3. Unfortunately, Ali had to leave because of prior engagement.
Well, she's just too famous for us.
Because she's too famous. She had a movie premiere, I think is what she was saying. A red carpet movie premiere.
A red pants movie.
Red pants. She had to take off, and the gentleman who has these, what are the Mogard?
The Mogard.
What was his name again?
Blake.
This is an awesome product. He sells them at mogard.com. It's C-O-M, not C-O.
Yeah.
It's a mustache guard for your drink, so you can put it over a glass, shot glass.
Any size glass.
Any size glass, yeah.
It's very, very flexible for your size.
Just like this, so if you have a mustache, your stuff doesn't get on your mustache. That's pretty nice. So we're still hanging, of course, with the
Esprit.
lovely Esprit. And then across from us we
I'm
have...
so memorable.
No. There's a certain kind of panache to
It
dramatic...
was a dramatic pause.
Yeah.
It's a Shatner introduction.
It's a Shatner. We're lucky to have Chris on the show.
Yes.
Chris, please
Glad to be here.
give us a little elevator pitch of why you're here.
Why
and-
I'm here. Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Not in general. I mean, just from birth.
So, I was born a small black child in Mississippi. Austin native. I know Esprit. She invited me on. I do have a little drinking tour. I take people on around Austin. I think that's the direct tie-in.
Sure.
But otherwise,
Sure.
she's just a nice person.
She is.
And knows
Wow, he really
that I
does
like
lie.
running my mouth. And you guys apparently agreed to let me do it. So let's get it on.
Run your mouth in a direction. We
Yeah.
love those kind of people, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's
hey.
get a cheers on that.
Cheers
So,
to
do you
that.
Thanks for
do
having me, guys.
a drinking tour during South by for tourists or just in general? Or?
Yeah, no. And it literally started as just like, someone has a friend that comes in town, like their college roommate visits, and you want to show them around.
Yeah.
And so we started taking them up and down 6th. And at one point, again, via Esprit, took some friends out on it 3 or 4 South Bys ago. They and so it's not a money-making venture. Like, it's not a thing. It's literally like a friends and family kind of deal.
Sure.
And so, but now at South by, it's sort of become a little bit of a thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we take people up and down. I always say it's not just a crawl. It really is a tour. Like, we have like celebrity facts and physical challenges and
cool.
team events
Okay.
and stuff like that.
So it's
Yeah.
a walking tour, not segways,
Yeah.
right? You're not,
Yeah,
you're not
no.
a segway guy.
No, that
You
wouldn't be
can't segue
safe
while you're drinking.
Right. No, like Dirty
Oh,
Six, both ends of Dirty. We go the entire length of Dirty Six and make
Nice.
a variety of stops and activities.
Neat.
Super good time.
And a basis of what do you, how do you say what your stops are going to be? What people should see?
And at this point, it's like a route, right? Like,
Sure.
I come. We have orientation at the beginning of it and everything.
Wait, are people
I'm the
sober
tour guide.
at the beginning?
In the beginning, in theory at least, right? If they pregame, that's between them and their God.
yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Any God who listens.
Yeah. But no, and at this point, like, it's a very defined route and what you do and stuff like that when it happens. So
cool.
yeah.
Certain bars.
Yeah. No, it's a very defined route.
name drop.
Yeah.
What does it change? Like-
No.
Okay, so-
well, I mean, right, as we learn new things, it sort of evolves.
Sure,
but like, if you said let's go right now, like, I would know exactly where we're gonna go. I'm not gonna tell you.
You're
the
not gonna
list. Of course not.
How about the first stop? Give me the first and the 5th stop.
The first is Cheers. I'm not telling you the 5th. Right. We'll meet up at Cheers. I will absolutely. In fact,
Okay.
No. Yeah.
like, I have nothing.
What? They should go on
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna
next
say.
week.
We can do the show mobile.
Yeah.
You guys come out, right? Invite like 5 people or 6 people that you want to bring with you. We can do. We did
4 people, is that all right?
4 people's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. No, and the 6 of us, I'll absolutely take you out on it, and it'll be super cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'd love to do it. Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's become, it's really a thing, because like most South Bys, everyone's trying to get you to come to their thing and throwing away, like, you buy your own drinks. Sorry, I probably should have left that out. I'm not a good marketer,
Oh,
but
left one
yeah.
out. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, this is good. Have you guys had the vodka here?
It's delicious. Yeah, it's cold.
But absolutely, yeah, let's totally go.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It is definitely. If you have something called drunk cast.
How many nights a week do you do it, or how many days a week do you do it?
I mean, it's ad hoc, right? Like I said, this isn't like a business. I don't have like a web page up, like or
so someone on
it is
Craigslist
literally like a
says-
friend. Yeah. I'm just like, are you lonely?
Are you lonely?
I tap on homeless people.
Sure. Do you have a Tinder profile?
whatever.
No, he's leaving out. He gets like the biggest like tech influencers at Interactive, and it's invite only.
That's beautiful.
And this is like the most high level like rapport building possible. And then they're all talking about, did you get the invite to the drinking tour? No, I don't know. I did the drinking tour.
Exclusivity is very powerful.
Well, she's right, and I don't want. I don't want it to be weird. No. Well, and because some of these places literally can't hold a whole lot of people.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's not like totally some douche marketing exclusivity thing. Like it's like
especially the fifth place you said you went to.
Oh right. Yep. No, we're gonna have to get a few more shots before that one works. Good sir.
Well, I'm paying your tab, so
sweet. No. Yeah. No, it is. It's really. It's funny to me that it's become this thing because it's literally just, hey, let's go drinking.
Yeah.
And now it's really turned into this thing where
Actually having a
I've met
purpose,
these kind of big shots. I don't want to name drop
Sure.
because that's even douchier than the original thing. But like I've met some really cool people via this thing now.
like
So-
George Clooney.
Yes, George Clooney. That's so weird that you owned it at the
I
fifth
knew it.
stop.
You go to George Clooney's house here. Yeah. That's pretty far to Round Rock from downtown. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
no. Well, you know.
Yeah. Well, because George Clooney lives in the maid quarters of Matthew McConaughey's class.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Which is the mother-in-law home of Michael Dell. So
Right. Which is
it's actually really kind of dense when it comes to star power.
well, there's only so much room for people who live. Yeah.
Wait, how, like if someone is listening to the podcast and they want to go next year or when you do the next drinking tour, how do they even connect with you? Because I asked him, I'm like, do you have a website or something I can send you guys? He's like, oh no.
I think they have to go on both of our podcasts.
Yeah.
And that's a qualifier. They have to be on our show
Yes.
and your show.
Okay.
Even
If
then,
you
there's
guys
still
will vouch for them, they can come on the tour.
So that means that Chris, you have to listen to every single podcast that we both do,
Yeah.
and find people who are interested.
No, they'll have to email me links to both of said podcasts where
Yeah.
I will verify them
Yeah.
and then send it back. Look,
Yeah.
you gotta want it. Like if you're gonna hang out with George Clooney and me drinking,
Yeah.
the least you can do is send me a few links.
And Michael Dell's brother or mother, excuse me, mother.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
No, literally though, is there a way to contact you, or is it like is exclusive? Are you the speakeasy of tours?
I mean, I kind of like I
You, like, knock
I
on
hate
some door that
sounding
you-
like that, but yeah, no, it's like I said, like
Yeah, I kind of am.
Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not like trying to make it a business or anything. It's literally a way to have fun. Like,
sure.
and so no, it's not like hey, come one, come all kind of thing. Because if I don't want to go drinking with you, I don't want to go drinking with you. Like, I'm not trying to franchise this out or anything. So that's where it gets weird.
I mean, isn't that how business is done in general? They're like, well, if I could drink with you, then I may invest in you. I may work with you.
Oh, that
It
kind
works
of
for me,
business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
all the
Tell me
nothing
more.
you trade
Yeah,
back and
yeah.
forth. Yeah.
Tell me about your A round. Yeah.
You know what I thought would be really funny to talk about because you've given me such a hard time? So I get off from LA to Austin. I get off the plane. I meet a random stranger and I go on a hike. And Chris has been giving me a really hard time.
She's the Chris. She's a real life Chris Traeger right here. I swear.
Literally going on-
Literally. Like she's like, oh, I just had this normal day. I got off a plane. I went for a hike with some strangers.
Yeah, no, he told my girlfriend, you're like an episode of Law and Order. Isn't that what you said?
No, she writes, I'm with said girlfriend, and she sends a text, I'm going on a hike with this guy I just met. Tell me that's not the beginning of an episode of Law. Oh, I was jogging through Central Park and I saw this body.
And I stumbled across. Yeah.
I'm going with a stranger into the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong? I don't know.
We'll find out next week.
Like, I mean, I'm hilarious, but it's also sound physical security advice, I think. Like, at least be in public with strangers, right?
It was
So
great.
be on a
We went to Hamilton Pool.
The Hamilton's
Yeah.
great.
Great,
Yeah.
Oh,
right?
wow.
Yeah.
Just an hour outside Austin. No big deal.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
In a
nowhere to
car.
hide a body there.
And a stranger.
I feel silly for questioning you now.
Told you life was all an adventure.
It wasn't actually Hamilton Pool. It was a windowless van to his empty backyard.
Yeah, well, the La Quinta Pool.
Yeah.
Look how beautiful
Shallow
this is.
graves pre-dug.
You can almost hear the Denny's.
Smells like a non-smoking room. Yes.
No, I love. I went. Speaking of me doing things I should never do, is I hitchhiked. I hitchhiked from Slovakia to Poland.
That's actually probably safe, though.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was crazy. So I fell for the stereotype, and I saw this like old guy in his car at the gas station. I'm like, yeah, no big deal. That guy's safe. No, total perv. I had to he was like trying to like touch my leg or whatever. I was like, ah! So I get out of the car. I'm in the middle of like who knows where in Slovakia on the side of the road. Put my thumb back out. I was like, okay, and then this car rolls up and they stop for me. It's like someone out of a Guy Ritchie movie and his like prostitute girlfriend driving the car with her like fishnets kind of ripped or whatever. I was like, yeah, this is safe. I'm like freaking out. They don't speak English and they're like offering me beers. I'm like, I'm cool. I was like, don't look scared. Don't look scared. Like, don't give it away. And I like
Don't give it away.
USA Disco.
Pimp smell fear.
and I'm like, am I gonna be
White
sold
slave
to
traders
slavery?
don't take you if you look confident.
Oh no,
my
we want
God.
to deal with this. Her father's probably has a certain set of skills.
Liam Neeson reference. Mark the tape.
I do a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't do in my life, but I'm fine. I'm sitting
But you-
here on the drunk cast.
But you made it.
Survived.
Yeah.
Well, the show isn't over yet.
Oh, it's true.
It's a twist
Touche.
ending.
It's true.
We were ghosted the whole time. Are we?
Crap. If
It's like a Bruce Willis movie now.
I see drunk people.
I see drunk people. We do.
Okay, so Twitter.
Cheers, champ.
What about Twitter?
You had Twitter questions apparently.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
actually. So normally on the show, I'm pointing at the cameras, but normally if you listen to the show and we've had a person on the show, we like to ask them to explain their tweets. It's usually pretty fun, especially because we have amateur comedians here in town. Because they tweet all the time, like, explain your tweets. So for
Yeah.
Ali, Ali kind of jumps all around, and I wanted to ask her, but she had to leave for a thing, so I have to ask Chris now to make up the reasons why Ali tweeted these certain things.
Okay. What's my tweet anyway?
Tweet yourself. So, number one, sometimes I think life is great, and then I have coffee and life is magic and unicorns, and oh my god, I love you guys, and how is your morning going? Where were you, and what made you think of that?
So yeah, that's interesting. I'm glad you brought that up. No, I mean, in a lot of ways, it's literal, right? I mean, I feel that's a pretty straightforward tweet. The one thing that is unique that's not obvious is that's also the first time I did crack. So it was coffee and crack. So a little.
While you were tweeting it,
Yeah.
or before when you were doing the coffee and crack,
Well,
or
I mean, it was in the context of my first Coke binge.
oh, I see it now.
Right. So
That
I
was really dumb
excited.
for me to ask that. That's
Yeah.
usually pretty normal then.
Yeah, no, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
let's go to the next one. Then, the trick to getting something crappy done is to have something even crappier you're putting off by doing the first crappy thing.
Well,
What were you procrastinating from? Or from which? From what? From down for what?
so answering from the perspective of Ali,
Yeah.
I happen to know that she's been shopping for lifts for her shoes. She's a little short, but she's very sensitive about that.
Oh, sure. She wouldn't tell me. I'm
Yeah,
glad you're here to
No,
tell
no,
me
no.
that.
Yeah. I'm acting like I know her. I have no idea how she'll
You're her
react to.
avatar now. I mean,
This counts as being on her podcast and your podcast.
yes. Allie's Herald, Chris, with the following message.
Herald. Good use of Herald. And so instead of looking for lifts for the shoes, I was trying to pick out a new cocaine dealer.
Oh, you would
So, right.
because you're
With
doing
the earlier cocaine.
you're doing crack
thing.
instead of doing
Yeah,
freebase,
yeah.
which if you had a good cook, you'd do.
Well, I wear
freebase in.
short sleeves a lot, so I really can't freebase so
Oh
much.
yeah,
Right. I'm a snorter. I'm a snorter.
Because you're in Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Can't show those track
Come
marks.
on. I'm Ali. Why would I do that?
This is probably one of the more easier ones. Okay, but like every bathroom stall needs a horizontal surface to put my drink.
Well, so obviously I was out drinking, not doing cocaine in this
I didn't get that
scenario.
at all.
Well, and in that example, I was less upset about the lack of a flat surface for my drink. I was more wondering why there's always a crack in the stall door. Like, if there's any space that should not have a gap in it, why is there a hole in stall doors that you can see through?
That's an American thing, right? Like,
I don't know.
Well, in other countries, you just squat.
well, okay, so
Yeah.
okay, so first world countries. Then thinking of America is one of the few that actually has stalls
Poland and-
where you can see
See the bottom,
You can
yeah.
see people's feet.
Yeah, like
Well, see,
you
the
can-
feet kind of thing makes sense to me, right? It's someone in there, it's a quick little look. But I'm talking about the doors have
Yes.
the little thing.
Yes, yes. You shouldn't be able to see anything. I work at a company where we have badges, and our badges are usually on our sides. And there are a couple of stalls where if you sit down, the badge actually is shown because the privacy space is so much
Yeah.
taller than it needs to be.
That's unfortunate.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
Wow.
But in comparison to putting your drink somewhere, you were thinking of crack, which fits with the rest of the narrative. Yeah,
It's
all
a
relevant.
thing I'm experimenting with. It's a productivity strategy.
Sure.
They like to call me an addict, but if anything, I'm a workaholic.
You're an addict for efficiency.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the new Power Hour.
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
Final tweet of 2015.
A snort
Snort every minute. Yeah.
Snort every minute. The minute.
little bump.
Congrats to the first person that ever got a tribal tattoo in the 90s. You're 60 now. How's that holding up?
Well, I there was a guy I was talking to. He was kind of cute. Then he reached over. I saw the tribal tat. He was cute, so I didn't really care a whole lot.
Sure.
But I found out his name was Chad, and
Oh, it's over.
I wanted
Yeah.
to know what tribe Chad was from, and that's where it really broke down.
Yeah, that's where the fight started.
That's where it went downhill.
Yeah.
God bless you, Chad.
You still talk to Chad, or is he dead now?
No. Chad didn't even get Chad got a fake number even.
Oh man, what a,
It's what he deserved after
Well,
that tattoo.
guess what? Listen, the plight of the Native Americans, he's not going to toy with that. Not on my watch.
not on my land.
Not getting this on Ali.
Great.
This is on video. I just realized that.
Those are all correct answers, and this has been a great explain your tweet.
Yeah.
So
Ali.
thank you, Chris, for being Ali.
Allie.
Yeah.
Woo, Power hour.
I do have to point out the last tweet mathematically is incorrect because she says 60 and 90. If you're 18 and you get
You were setting me up for that.
well, I wasn't
you
going to
were-
ask you because it wasn't your mistake.
Right.
No, if you're 18 years old and you get the first tribal tattoo in the 90s, then you're probably about 43. So you're not 60.
That's still a weird. In fairness to her, though, that's still a weird age to have a tribal tattoo.
18 or 43?
43.
Oh, I mean, every day after the 90s is a weird time to have a tribal tattoo.
Turn of the century, Y2K problems.
Yeah.
Boom. Done.
Get that shit fixed.
The real
Or you're
Y2K
fired.
problem. Yeah.
Right. Let's see. We have 3 more minutes, and then we have to go to our toast.
Okay.
I had all these questions for Allie. So,
So now I'm Allie.
Sorry to disappoint.
No,
Jeez. I can hear you.
you're fantastic as the Herald. What are you doing for South by exactly, Chris? Like, you obviously have this incredibly exclusive and incredibly important celebrity tour.
Yeah, no, that's that I'm a huge deal, and
Yeah.
no, you can't come.
No, of
And,
course. Damn it, I lost it. Dylan, will you tell me how it is?
Today,
What do you do otherwise?
no, yeah, I mean, I have a standard old day job. So I took the week off, and I just troll around for free drinks. Quite honestly,
Sure,
again, I would say that not on the
Whatever.
drunk cast.
You set up Austin with being able to rent an apartment and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That
I mean, I
thing.
was just talking about South by.
Oh, sorry.
She's right. I do have a day job. I've got this apartment locating website. I'm trying to get off the ground so I don't have to go to the day job.
Sure.
I didn't come to pitch that, but
I appreciate that you're just being you.
we're
you
hanging
know?
out.
Yeah,
No,
hanging
yeah.
out,
And my goal since last Thursday has been to get as much free food and booze as possible.
Sure.
I'm doing all right. And now I got a free wristband, so now I'm seeing movies and stuff
Where'd
too
you get the
that I'm not even have to sneak in.
Where'd you get that from?
Friends had an extra.
From France?
Go figure. Yes, from France.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, no, I'm way more multicultural than my white bread look would suggest.
Was it because of a...
Very sophisticated.
Yeah.
You probably didn't notice, but I've been drinking with my pinky out.
That's why my hand
Watch
hurts.
the tape. Yeah.
Can we rewind that? Can we
Yeah.
see that?
Oh my God.
We need to take one more break, and we'll come back and we'll do our toasts.
You're so
and maybe
funny.
some extra stuff if we
Sure,
can, if we have
yeah.
time for it. And we'll be back with more of this.
Break.
Go BOGO or go home, yeah. Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody.
We're here.
We're having a good time here at Don Depot in Austin, Texas, doing
Yes,
Broadcast 123. I think it's time for toasts.
Yeah, let's do that.
We got the last segment. toast
Yeah.
ceremony.
All right.
We're lucky enough to have some fantastic people. Again, like Ali, if you're listening to this, it was great for you to come and hang out, and we wish you were here. But you had to be there with George Clooney. We understand. For your movie premiere, cool. We have a toast. So I would like to do a toast. Everyone do a toast to something. I say, Madam, you go first.
Again?
Yes. Yeah.
I just toast to smiling.
Smiling.
Is that
Yeah.
all right?
Of course. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Chris, what do you think?
I'm going to do a twofer.
Oh, a twofer.
Yeah, I'm going to
2 white cards.
losing your podcast virginity
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the 5th stop.
Pop in the 5th stop. Yeah. Someday.
Yeah.
And Dylan, what would you think for your?
Well, in honor of our lovely guest,
Yeah.
no offense to you, Chris.
Wait, she's the lovely one? Whoa, I don't know what's in that.
Not enough, apparently.
Well,
But two podcasts.
Yes,
podcasts.
to
Two podcasts.
podcast. I love it.
I gotta cheers to Giannis being on the sideline over here.
that's Matt. That's
Cheers.
Don's son, and also the drummer, one of the best drummers in Austin. And cheers to him. And
It's interactive.
my toast is to meeting new people. There's incredible
Love
people.
it.
Indeed.
Love you all, and we thank you so much for hanging out. Madam, would you like to give some
You can say your name
plugs?
No, he
Plugs?
doesn't remember because I'm not memorable.
No, I'll tell you off air that I have a mental deficiency.
You're too busy being lovely to be memorable.
No, this is an opportunity for plugs. Like you have a place. You obviously have 2
Yeah,
podcasts you're doing.
Yeah, tweet me at Esprit Devora.
Yep.
My podcast, wearelatech.com or womenintechpodcast.com. And I just want to send huge love. Thank you, Ali, for being in my life.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ali Spagnola at Ali Spagnola on Twitter. Chris, are you on Twitter? Or you obviously have some things that are secret, but
no, yeah.
You want to what do you want to?
If people want a link to my apartment website, everything AustinApartments.com, that'd be greatly appreciated for
There we
my
go.
SEO.
There we go.
And anyone that wants to go on the tour, they can write you guys. You guys can tell
Well, it
me
has to
who's cool.
Yeah.
And then I will
Well, it
take
has to
them
be-
if you vouch
Well,
for
they
them.
also have to go on her show.
has to be an
too.
Esprit
Oh,
Sue.
right. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
It has to be on Esprit, and also has to be on our show.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
it has to be on both of her
Yeah.
podcasts at the same
right.
time.
Wow.
We have to triangulate.
That's intense.
So,
Man.
It's
there,
worth
there
it,
you
though.
have it,
Wait,
people,
so
right?
how are the men ever going to make it if one of my podcasts is just for women?
And there's the rub.
They should be better feminists.
I'll tell you what. I want to party with that dude, though. I'll show you a good time if you can get on the all-woman podcast.
George
dude.
Clooney could do it.
George Clooney could do
Is
it.
that true?
No.
Wait,
a liar.
you're telling me a
But-
group of women
You're a
would not
liar.
let George Clooney on the show?
But
How about
let's talk about Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling?
Okay.
Yeah, sure,
yeah.
Is he enough of a feminist,
So-
or he's just?
Ryan Gosling may be emo enough to make it on the show.
What about
No, it's not emo. It's pronounced Mormon.
Yeah, no.
what about Mr.
I.e., he'll go on with his shirt off.
Mr.
Yeah.
Gordon-Levitt? Mr. Gordon-Levitt's
Is he?
He's
is
a
he
huge
face?
feminist.
pretty cool.
He's pretty good
No,
feminist
he's
too.
great.
Like, he's-
No, but it's not about being a feminist.
it has to be a woman.
No, it's just like it's women
It's
in
about a
tech.
vagina.
It's about women in tech.
yeah, sure,
But
sure.
I'm actually
The struggle
really,
with it.
it's really not about being a feminist, and it's definitely not about complaining about how we're like. It's about
Yeah.
rad women. Period. Just
Yeah,
rad women
awesome,
in
yeah.
tech.
Who are
yeah.
doing great things.
Yeah.
yeah.
Period.
That's great.
Like,
Yeah, that's great.
That's
Great.
it. Yeah.
So George Clooney.
No.
okay.
No,
Ryan
no.
Gosling, maybe.
So you're saying he's a woman?
When you think about it, like Ryan Gosling would be like reverse ladies' night for the podcast, you know? Like
Yeah,
Ryan
yeah,
Gosling gets
exactly,
in
yeah.
free, and then all the other rad women
Gosling
show
Street
up.
free.
Maybe it's like, ladies, I have a treat for you. Speaking of driving.
Oh yeah. Had a great time here in Don's Depot.
We always
Dylan,
do,
thank you so
yeah.
much for hanging out.
I'm happy to be here and happy to meet these wonderful, wonderful people, including the lovely Chris.
Yeah.
Pleasure meeting you, gentlemen, as well.
Your
If I had
eyebrow.
a Women in Tech podcast, you'd be on it.
Aw, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
I'm a smooth talker.
You are. You're the Ryan Gosling of speaking.
I was gonna say the Chard. I was gonna say the Chardonnay
Wow.
of
I was just going to say, when you have this hairline, you have to learn to talk if you don't want to die a virgin. But I'll take that too. I'll take that too.
Love you all for coming and hanging out with us. If you like the show, if you want to know more about the show, you go to drunkcastlive.com. You can go to facebook.com/drunkcastlive. We're at drunkcastlive on Twitter. We're on Stitcher. We're on iTunes. We're on the Zune store. Again, I can't prove that. I really can't because I don't know. But go check that out. And also youtube.com/drunkcastlive. You can see this and you can see our antics and see us while we do things like move our microphones.
And one more thing is pretty soon they're going to have a Patreon. I'm wearing the Patreon. And so
Yes,
you should contribute to the Patreon.
Look,
Because
literally-
how are we going to keep getting drunk if...
Patreon.
Yeah.
If you don't pay for it,
Yeah.
This booth don't pay for itself.
It literally doesn't. No matter how, no matter how many gods I pray to.
Even I'm not that smooth a talker.
the old gods and the dons.
Yeah, and the dons, the old dons and the new. Yeah, the Patreon. Even if we're not on Patreon yet, go to Patreon and like find something you're interested in.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
Like the We Are LA Tech podcast,
yeah, of course.
Just, throw over $5, no big deal.
If you're not familiar with Patreon, Patreon's incredible because it's like what Kickstarter wanted to be, with the proof that something will be there, and you pay for the thing that exists. Patreon, you can say, I want to give you money for an episode or a month, instead of saying, I would like a watch that gives me high fives every week. And like, oh yeah, we can do that. And then
In
you give it-
2075.
Right. So,
Wait, there's watches that give you high fives?
well, I mean, eventually.
There's Kickstarter that does that, yeah.
I didn't
There's
waste.
also hoverboards.
Yeah.
Well, right. Yeah.
Let's put that link in the show
But
notes, please.
Patreon feels like a place for people who actually want to produce content.
It's for artists.
Yeah, it's for artists, yeah. And go check that out. It's incredible. Also, go to maxfun.org and check them out, too, because they're incredible. That's the last thing I would do that's for podcasts that are not us. Anyway, we love you so much, and we hope to see you eventually. Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Drunkcast Live is a podcast that's recorded live around bars and drinks, but we do drink and podcast responsibly, and we hope you do too. Please come check out more about the show at drunkcastlive.com and go to facebook.com/drunkcastlive or twitter.com/drunkcastlive.
Or how about you donate so that you don't create content? Like, we will pay you.
To not make
Stay
money.
away from the internet.
Yeah.
That's probably where we would fall.
That's Chris. That's a Chris thought.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that.